slightly lowered the game volume, so I hope it's fine. I lowered it because it seemed a bit loud at the time, so. Cool. Why can't I see that?
It's probably a work in progress.
No, not that.
No, not that.
Oh god, I fucking broke my chat. I actually fucking broke it.
How'd you break it?
Oh, fucking final. It got moved to a weird spot on the window, and I was trying to fix it, and it wouldn't, and then it tried to take up like a whole top portion of the screen. I'm like, why? Just cooperate.
Wow.
I hate technology sometimes. I really do.
I do too. Don't get me wrong. I hate it.
My controller, I just knocked the remote over. I just knocked everything over.
Classic.
Oh, it's going, by the way. So.
Anyways, welcome to the podcast after many, what? About a month?
It was unintentional.
Yeah.
A lot of unfortunate shit came up.
Yeah, a lot of shit was happening. A lot of shit was involved with our lives. Holy crap, it's been like 3 months we fucking did this.
Oh my god, Storm.
I'm sorry.
What?
Just... like...
Oh, no. I was talking about what I was hearing on Storm's end.
Oh, what you're just hearing. What, am I just that loud?
No, you were Transformer. Now,
Robots in disguise.
What did I tell you about being a Transformer? If you're gonna do it, at least transform into something cool.
I was hoping it was gonna be Optimus Prime, but Bumblebee won't work.
Yeah, that works too. What, Jess? What, bitch?
Or if I'm gonna transform into at least a Transformer, I at least would only hope it would be Starscream, but not any other Starscream.
Jess?
Armada.
Are you trying to be in Discord or no? Oh, okay. I was very sorry. I can't hear you if you were.
I was specifically trying to be Armada Starscream.
You want to keep an eye on things to see how it sounds besides Storm's roboticness.
Fuck you!
Fuck you!
Fuck you!
Fuck you with a dildo.
I into that kinky shit, Megatron.
But no, as you'll see, I will also have, well, that's cool. That makes me unhappy as hell. Here we go again.
Here we go.
Oh, I hope that's better. Storm.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
that just made you so much quieter, my fucking headset.
Oh. Now they can't hear my robot in disguise voice.
Well, to be fair, your roboticness looks like it went away.
Okay.
What about now, Jess?
Peter Piper Pickle Pipple. I don't know how you fucking say the damn thing. I've never been good at that one. That's always
really
the one.
You're kidding, and that it sounds fine. Do what? Okay, thank God. Because I can barely hear him.
I have never been really good at that fucking tongue twister.
Okay, see about now.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
And if it gets too loud again, I barely even moved in the first place. So
I'm just over there just like trying to come up with or saying different tongue twisters just to see if she can hear me.
like I said, as long as the game's not drowning us out, I don't care.
Right.
I just want to know who's fucking with my volume, though.
I haven't even been.
Every single time it seems like somebody's always too loud or too quiet, and I never change a single fucking setting.
Perhaps you have a ghost in your apartment that keeps fucking with you on that one. We shall call it the troll ghost.
So, anywho's it's. You know, it's been quite a while. It's unintentional, but gonna try and get back into things.
Yeah, like we mentioned before, a lot of shit just kept popping up in both of our daily lives, and
is there a random on this?
So,
or no?
Very sorry about keeping y'all waiting after so long. That's also one of the main reasons why I haven't had my that's also why I haven't been live streaming on my end for a while. Work's just been keeping me so fucking busy. I almost didn't have time to live stream anymore because of that.
Okay, it's gonna be mostly random. I know the random doesn't really ever choose the me fighter, so I kind of wanted to include them this time around.
Right.
So we'll go with those three. Any hoozles. I didn't really have shit planned this time. I was just gonna fucking wing it.
Hey, Sam's here now.
And Sam out of nowhere. To be fair, we probably should have moved this to the other channel first.
Oh, well.
I just need, just nobody said I'm on Discord. I didn't know that.
No, I just meant
But
should
it's not
probably
the-
move to the streaming channel first.
It's on the streaming channel.
No, we're not. We're still in the lobby.
No, it's on the lobby.
Oh.
I'm gonna move this just in case other people try to join.
To the streaming.
I mean, granted, Jess is the only exception here, so
Yeah.
I just gotta wait for Storm to catch up. Meanwhile, while waiting on Storm, we're gonna, well, need to shuffle the fighters up before I let them go bonanzas. And we're gonna shuffle this, I don't know, a number between 0 and infinity times.
Oh god, a fucking robotic noise now on your end.
Weird.
It was like that for me for a second, and now it's not.
Transforming into either a classic muscle car or a big truck with fucking guns everywhere.
No, you just sound like the gay Megatron, like, hey, I just want to take over Cybertron.
Well, I started a week and a half in the Game Boy Advance yesterday.
And here's the thing, with this podcast being like visual with video, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm shuffling the fighters up like I'm shuffling this shit good, okay? They can see the moment where I just fucking paused and I was just blankly staring. Right
I
after
just
your
saw
fucking comment.
To be fair, is it glorious?
I question you so much.
It's okay. I've been questioned all the time.
Do I look like I'd be a gay robot to you?
I mean, you know how to pull. I mean, you know how to pull off an angel dust pretty well. So, what's that to say anything?
There's a difference between a fucking four-armed demon and
Spider demon.
a fucking giant ass robot that has questionable morals at times. And we're gonna watch all these battles because obvious. But no, I honestly didn't have anything planned other than just getting back in the swing of things. But when I was loading up YouTube to get this started, I saw a video from our, I say our, but from a YouTuber that both me and Storm watch. And it gave me the idea to kind of go through and do like our own version of it.
Are we talking about like chilling quick GG or something, or?
No, it was a, how recent was this? Oh, wrong one.
Well, I know. Well, you said the fucking name.
Give me a second, you fucking asshole. I'm trying to click back into it because I'm blanking on the damn name at the moment.
Slow play?
No, M&J TV, that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
But it was a video he did semi-recently of picking a starter Pokemon from any type.
I don't know.
And essentially what the idea was, from what I've gathered...
The slow play cut off right in the middle for me.
Oh my god, Storm. You are like robotic from hell right now.
See if you're saying something on my end.
Sam, you hear it too, right? Sam, you hear it too, right? Sammy boy? Hello? Can fucking anyone hear me now?
Still here.
Okay, I was gonna say, did this whole thing just get fucking foobarred?
This whole thing just get fucking foobarred.
I was trying to hear what you were trying to tell me, but you cut off for me for like a split minute, and I was having to.
You went like fucking
and I was having
Transformer from hell.
Like fucking Transformer from hell.
Oh god, I am. Oh god, does that mean I'm Unicron now? Fuck.
You're Unicron if he was also gay.
Unicron if he was also gay.
Hi, I'm just gonna devour this big ass ball in my mouth.
Please, for the love of God, never say that again.
Never say that again.
I eat planets for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they're quite large.
I will fucking hurt you if you keep this up. I will drag you into Smash and beat your ass senseless if I have to. That's what I thought, bitch. Anyway. No, but, okay, so where did I cut off for you, Storm? Storm, did you die again? What if I told you about dying?
Alright.
Okay, now I can hear you again.
Well, doing a podcast, so. Huh?
What?
God bless it. No, I thought I heard you say my name, and I was just like trying to figure out what you were trying to say to me.
You're still there. No, I said, where did I cut off for you at?
You're still there.
Oh, okay.
Where did I cut off for you at?
Like right around where you mentioned M&J TV, and it basically kind of skipped over the rest of what you were saying.
Okay.
Did I cut off for you?
Yeah.
Did I just fucking cut off for you?
No, but something weird's going on.
Something weird's going on.
I know, ever since we switched over to the freaking live one. The live streaming one.
No, it's like normally I hear you echo, right?
It's like normally
or I hear myself
right?
echo from
yeah.
you. But now there's like a fucking major ass delay or whatever.
That's weird. Discord's being fucking weird, dude. I swear.
I have no idea why.
This is why I don't
see,
like Discord.
Well, I don't really have the options
The
anymore,
only gift
so
is
I don't really have the options
so.
anymore, so.
I refuse to go back to fucking doing the
Go
old
back to
broadcasting
fucking
way.
The old broadcasting way.
I don't blame you on that one. It's just one of those cases where I wish streaming service like with social media on top of that, like would stop doing that.
Fair, but anyway.
Yeah, but
You can still hear me though, just fine, right?
you can still hear me just fine, right?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine now,
Okay,
but I don't know about
where did I cut off
on
earlier
my
when I was
end.
talking
Where
about
did I cut off
YouTube?
earlier when I was talking about YouTube?
Like when you mentioned M&J TV, and that was where it kind of cut off afterwards, because you were getting ready to explain the rest afterwards.
Okay, so basically it was choosing a
Okay, so
Pokemon
basically,
of
choosing a
any
Pokemon
type,
of
not just
any
fire,
type,
water, and
not
grass.
just fire, water, and grass.
Mm-hmm.
But basically it was finding Pokemon that would fit as a starter for each of those types.
Okay.
And
yeah,
because I haven't even watched his video, but I'm curious to watch it later to see how his is going to be different from ours.
Right. Well, there's actually already.
But he also had like criteria for picking the starters.
Problem
too.
is trying to come up with the Pokemon itself as the starters. You know.
But
yeah.
If you're saying something.
No, I was blanking there for a second. But no, he had two main criteria, and I figured we could follow that as well.
Okay.
One being that through its evolution, it has to keep that main typing for one.
Okay.
So like Charizard, for example, how he becomes fire and flying at the end, but he still kept
Right.
fire the whole time.
Yeah.
So basically, whatever type that starter is, it has to keep that type throughout its whole evolution.
Okay.
And the second being, it has to be a Pokemon that can evolve twice.
Okay.
So basically, that rules out anything like Riolu, for example.
Which saddens me quite deeply.
But no, I'm just curious about following that criteria. Curious what we would come up with.
Okay. So it could be any typing as long as it's not like the fire, grass, and water that we're thinking of.
All the types for a Pokemon that would fit.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say
Do we have to do it? I was about to say, do we have to do it by? Do we have to do it by each generation, or can it just be like any in this case?
I mean, I don't know. We could do it by generation if you wanted to.
Because I feel like that would actually take a bit, but at the same time, it's like it'll be a lot more fun that way.
What, to do it by generation?
Yeah, to do it by generation.
But he was also trying to. I don't know if he was trying to do like redo ones for fire, water, and grass, or if they would just be like, say it was like a new generation or whatever. You know.
You're right. I like the Gen 9 starters pretty well, though. Especially, and this is actually quite an unpopular one, unfortunately, and it was Quaxley line. Apparently, a lot of people really like the Quaxley line, but that's mainly because of Quaquaval, and I'm just like, why? It's so nice. It's so cool look. Well, now I don't know about cool looking, but I do like I do like how it's very. How do I put it? Sassy, in a sense.
Right.
yeah.
And
I
I'll
skipped
admit,
that
I
part
do
of it.
love
He
all the
was
older
also including like
generations.
trying to have base stats that are similar to the starters, but I'm like, I'm not gonna go that far.
No, I'm not
That's
doing
gonna
that either.
take
That's
way too much
that.
effort.
Way too much effort.
Yeah, and in MJ's TV's case, and that's literally his job. So, like, he's the expert when it comes down with that shit. So, but his Pokemon knowledge is absolutely fucking insane.
Oh, it is.
Enormous.
Now here's the next thing. Do we want to include pseudo legends in these or not?
I wouldn't, honestly, if I'm being straight up honest here, because
We have a problem already.
what?
There's several generations we literally can't do Dragon without doing the pseudo legends.
Well, blame Game Freak for that.
I will.
I blame Game Freak because it's not our fault that they keep adding fucking dragon types as a fucking pseudo legend. They always do that. I wish they. That's one of the main That's one of the main reasons. Yeah, but we hadn't had another pseudo that's not dragon type since Gen 3 afterwards, and we were introduced with 2 of them.
Okay, so I skimmed through it slightly, so it looks like he wasn't gonna consider fire, water, and grass. Basically, under the assumption that those were gonna be like brand new Pokemon or something.
Fair enough.
But it looks like the way he's doing it is just that typing over all generations.
All right.
Which I can definitely see why he would do that.
Definitely. Plus, that's always been like the biggest type triangle, anyways. Throughout all of Pokemon games, so I could see why he would skip over those.
Yeah, and when you start really looking into it, I'm starting to understand why he didn't do it by generation.
I could see that one being more of its own. I was kind of thinking more like how that could have been its own separate video anyway, though. So,
let's put it this way. Bug types, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
After Gen 1, you physically cannot do one for Gen 2. You have to skip and go to Gen 3. Without having a repeat, potentially.
That's weird.
And then after Gen 3, you have to skip to Gen 5.
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing that.
After Gen 5, let's see here. You could go to Gen 6 after that. And then 7. So it might honestly just be better to do it overall.
Probably so, I guess.
Alright, well, in that case, so starting with bug types. So, I mean, we got the first few of, like, Caterpie, Weedle, and Wurmple.
I mean, this is probably just me being biased in this case, but I would choose Caterpie over any of those other two.
Instead of trying to like list all of them, I say we just go like the first few generations, pick out the one, and then kind of move that on to see if it would do, if we'd want that one more or the next one more, you know?
Right.
So out of like the first 3 between Caterpie, Weedle, and Wurmple, I don't know.
I like
Weedle, though.
I like Butterfree I like Butterfree the best out of all of them. Beedrill's cool, but I like Butterfree more.
And then you got Wurmple, which you got the uniqueness of having 2 different options with Wurmple.
Yeah, but because it's RNG and it's not guaranteed that you're gonna get the one that you wanted, it's a bit too unreliable.
You know,
So it's too unreliable to have it as a
move
starter.
my vote to Caterpie for now.
Alrighty.
So then I'm
Yay.
scrolling down here. So next would be, let's see here. That's one stage, that's one. So next would be, for example, Caterpie versus Seawaddle.
Seawaddle.
Final form being Leavanny.
Oh, okay.
In which case, I'm honestly gonna be really torn.
I do like Leavanny real well. But I feel
not sure which I'd go with.
But honestly, if I'm really being honest here, as much as I love Leavanny, I'm probably still gonna stick with Butterfree. That's probably my absolute favorite bug type, if I'm being honest here. Like, besides Volcarona.
Yeah. Next would be. So wait, which one are you sticking with?
I'm sticking with Butterfree on my end.
Yeah, fair. Next is, I hate to say next is where I'm changing my vote. Next would be the Scolipede line.
Yeah, that one is.
I absolutely love Scolipede.
I don't blame you. It is good.
I would be completely okay with making Venipede the starter at that point for bug types.
Yeah. I don't blame you, actually.
Just... It's weird. It's like, as far as bug and poison, yeah, I love Beedrill, but I love Scolipede more.
And plus, if I'm being honest, though, Scolipede's basically the better poison and, well, bug and poison typing than Beedrill is.
Yeah. Now, if we're talking, if we can include Mega Evolution, then oh hell yeah, I'm taking Beedrill.
Right.
But no, that's where my vote changes, though.
For Gen 6.
Well, between Butterfree and Scolipede, I'm going with Scolipede on that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, I might actually join you on that one, because I do love Scolipede quite a bit, too.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then Scolipede moves on. And the next one would be Scolipede versus Vivillon. Which, don't get me wrong, I love all the different patterns to Vivillon, but it's not enough.
And the problem about with Vivillon is it's so damn weak, and it kind of helped its case that it's literally the only regional bug in the Kalos region.
Yeah.
But it's so damn weak to the point that it might as well just be considered useless in that case. And I do love all the patterns that it gets, different patterns that it gets, but the problem is it's also one of those cases that you don't get that pattern wing based on where you live. You're stuck with the primary one that you get.
Yeah. Or you do what, or they do what Scarlet and Violet did, and it's that flower one, the spring one, whatever it's called, and that's just the one that everyone gets.
Yeah, that too.
The only difference is if you have the special Pokeball one, you can get that one too.
Yeah.
The funny thing about patterns for Scarlet and Violet is they originally wasn't rare.
But no, I'm sorry to say it, it's like Scolipede's still advancing through for me on that one.
Easily. After that, for me, is actually a little tough.
Gen 7 right here, I'm guessing.
Which is Vikavolt.
Vikavolt is awesome, and honestly, I think it'd be nice actually to actually have a bug and electric as a starter, especially in the very beginning, because it does have a lot of benefits on there. Because you depending on which version you're playing, like if you're playing Moon, for instance, you already are super effective against Alola, Raticate, and erratas on there that you got that you have to deal with, and that's amazing, right there.
And honestly, the only what I would consider the downfall of Vikavolt is if you're the person that looks at their stats and you want their moveset to reflect their stats, then
Yeah, Vikavolt's definitely one of those Pokemon that will disappoint you, especially with one particular stat.
well, it's not so much.
And it's its speed is what got a lot of people.
Well, it's not so much that.
Disappointed
What
about
I
it.
mean by moveset to stat ratio, okay?
What I mean by moveset to stat ratio,
Is like when you're taking into more of like their attacking moves, okay?
More of like their attack moves, okay?
The problem is special attack is nearly fucking double its physical attack. The problem with that is Vikavolt gets way more physical attacks than it does special.
Way more physical attacks than it does special.
Oh, I got the Flareon.
Yeah,
It's been wanting
that's
special
actually a
attack
perfect
for a
way to
long
put it.
time,
It's
like
got
you're
the
saying.
Flareon treatment, and I hate that.
And I hate that.
Yeah.
It's got a really, really good special attack, but you're a little bit more limited on that versus when you are with the physical attack.
Again, I will never understand the decision that Game Freak makes when it comes down with shit like that. It makes no sense that they'll do that.
Because, like, okay, for example, Gen 7, because you had the Z moves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, if you look at all the different types of Z moves, there's only 2 of them that are purely special and not physical at all, and that's Steel and Grass. Every other type of Z move it can use can have a physical variant. And there's actually 2 typings where you only get the physical variant, and that's Poison and Dark. So, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Vikavolt, and I love the fact that he's got Levitate. But,
Yeah.
for me, I still gotta keep my vote for Scolipede in this, though.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, because I do like challenges quite a bit, because I do like to challenge myself quite often, actually, when it comes down with
Oh, there's absolutely
certain
nothing wrong with it, too.
Pokemon. I might actually still go with Vikavolt, though.
I mean, I can still respect the decision, though.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Moving on after...
And plus...
You're fine, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, towards is like a... And plus is like, it's not like you've basically... It's not like you basically only had to go with, like, a certain move, for instance, that gives it stab, either, though.
Oh, by the way, Kazuya just got his shit wrecked by Bowser Jr.
Oh, man.
Okay, so
Way to
moving
go,
on.
Kazuya.
So moving on, if we want to consider your Vikavolt and my Scolipede as both options, well, as like the solo option, I mean, it would be, up next, it would be them against Orbeetle. And, nah, it
I
doesn't
like
do anything for
Orbeetle,
me.
but
I honestly don't care
I
for
like-
it that much.
I like Orbeetle pretty well, but it's not like spectacular. It does got a really good special attacking though.
I mean, I'll give you the fact that it's Gigantamax is kind of interesting, making it look like a giant-ass UFO.
Oh yeah, and I love its
Yeah.
G.A.M.E form. It's really nice.
Especially if you got a shiny.
And
Oh
the-
yeah, the shiny just makes it look spectacular.
And yeah, the Bug and Psychic is a rather interesting typing, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's not enough to beat out Scolipede, though.
Like I said, I like Orbeetle well enough, but it's not like something I would say it's absolutely spectacular. Like I said, its special attack is really what got got it going on, and its moveset, I can't really say anything about the movesets really, because the movesets I've never really truly used an Orbeetle throughout my entire gameplay. Maybe in the future, if I decided to go for like all, like just be a certain type specialist, and if I go for bug, then I'll probably be my proper starter to go for, and I'll probably just go with that. And I'll see and maybe my opinion about Orbeetle might change later on, because,
that's
like I said, I like it pretty well.
That's the big thing, though. Is Orbeetle enough that you would choose it as a starter over Vikavolt, though?
Probably not, if I'm being honest, because, like I said, I'm more familiar with Vikavolt than I am with Orbeetle, but who knows? Maybe in the future, if I give Orbeetle a shot and just have it primarily on my team, if I ever decide to go back to Sword and Shield, I'll probably put it on my team and keep it on my team and see what all I can do with it.
And the last one, or the last available option, is honestly going to be another one I'm torn on, which is Centiskorch.
Yes. Centiskorch.
No, it's not. I'm stupid.
Very good.
I was looking at the G.A.M.E.
Wait, I forgot. Centiskorch.
Shit, I'm dumb.
No,
right
sorry. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot.
So
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I
Orbeetle was the last
forgot
one,
to.
then.
Centiskorch is only a 2-stage.
So basically, for us,
I don't think there's a.
Vikavolt and Scolipede would be the bug type starter.
Basically,
hell of a starter
I was
choice,
sticking with it. I was sticking with Butterfree for a good while though.
Oh yeah, same.
Before I got to.
Like I said, Scolipede is what did it for me, though.
Yeah, Scolipede was definitely a good one.
Okay, so, and here's one wonder.
Plus, if we're being straight up honest, like just having a Plus, if I'm being straight up honest, just having a Leavanny as your starter would make it an ultimate fucking nightmare because of your 4 times weakness to fire.
Yeah. Here's what I'm thinking. There's 18 types, you know? I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
go through all the types right now in this one session.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, I'm thinking do 3 types for each session until we get all of them done.
Oh man, this is gonna be a fucking nightmare.
Hey, it just gives us more shit to do.
Because if we're doing this by alphabet, I'm just thinking is like if we're doing this by alphabetical order, because Dragon would technically be next.
No, Dark is next,
and if
then Dragon.
Oh yeah, Dark. That's right, Dark. I forgot. Well, there's no Dark types in Gen 1, so
basically we do Bug, Dark, and Dragon. Then in the
like
next
at all,
episode,
so we can just happily skip that.
Next episode we would do
you might have to
Electric Fairy Fighting. You get the point.
Yeah. Right.
Basically do 3 types in each episode until we get done with all 18 types.
I think we might have...
Basically over the course of the next 5 episodes, 6 episodes. I can't
Dark
math
type
today.
On there either. Because we got like Monchcrow, Houndoom, and...
So basically over the course of the next 8 episodes... Shit, next episodes, why can't I fucking count? Over the course of the next 6 episodes, including this one, then we'll do 3 types of each one for our starters.
Yeah, so let's see. Gen 2 had Honchcrow, freaking Houndoom, and Umbreon. So we had to skip Gen 2, because there's no Gen 3, because there's no stage 3.
Technically, there's an option to have a Dark type later on down the road, though.
Yeah.
Because that'll be Tyranitar. Because even though it starts off as a rocking ground, if when we get to the part of doing the rock types, Tyranitar can be included in that because he's still a rock type.
Yeah,
But
if
because
we were
Larvitar
counting
doesn't
pseudos.
start as a dark, then can't.
Yeah. Well, plus I thought we were also excluding pseudos.
Well, I thought so, but problem is, I don't know if we'd even be able to do dragon types without it.
Fair enough. That is absolutely fair. So yeah.
So that's why I start thinking about it. I'm like, well, shit. So, okay, so let's see. So yeah, so next would be dark type.
Dark type's gonna be a fucking pain to figure out because there's no dark types in Gen 1. There's no 3-stage evolution in Gen 2 for dark types. And I don't know about with Gen 3. I haven't played.
The first 3-stage is in Gen 5.
Yeah, so we have to go all the way to Gen 5.
Which, to be fair though,
I am absolutely okay.
Solid choice.
It really is, and I am absolutely okay with it. Plus, I fucking love Crocodile. It's amazing. So
we'll have to go to 5, and you'll see where I'm going with this when I mention it.
Mm-hmm.
Poniard, because Gen 9 gave Bisharp an evolution. So that makes Poniard have 2 evolutions now.
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, would Poniard beat out Sandile as a starter?
Fuck no, I'm okay. Not out of no disrespect to Poniard, because I do like the Dark and Steel.
Yeah, King Gambit.
Type, but you are mega fucking weak. Fucking decimating physical fighting type moves can really be on the right Pokemon. It's on that end. And while you could argue the case that you could, and while you could argue that it'll be pretty scary for Crocodile in that sense, at least with Crocodile, you'd have a good chance to survive it.
Right.
In that sense. Right. Like I said, I like Poniard pretty well. It definitely by far got one of the coolest mid-stage evolutions now. Back before it was considered a mid-stage evolution with Bisharp, but no, it's like Bisharp's cool, but I like Crocodile a bit more. So I'm sticking with Crocodile on that one.
That's fair. And honestly, I agree with it, and I would personally stick with Crocodile. Now next would be Dino.
Dino, I mean, you got yourself a damn good pseudo legendary, because at the time it was considered the fastest pseudo so far.
Yeah.
When you compare that with all the other pseudos that we've had, but I feel like it would have been a bit of a better comparison if once we get to Dragon, because I have a lot to say about it with Dragon once we get to that part.
So let's see, because I gotta move tabs because I can't do all these at once.
Right.
Okay, so moving into Gen 8 territory. Yes, buddy, I can hear you. I'm sure everyone can hear you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so yeah, so Gen 8 we have 2 more options. The first being Grimmsnarl. Which I will say Grimmsnarl is an interesting cape. With it being dark and fairy, you know? I think I lost Storm. No, I just got kicked out of Discord. Okay, y'all are gonna have to give me a minute.
There you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was telling stream to wait a minute because Discord straight up kicked me out
Oh,
for a moment there.
Crypto.
Yeah, I was just like, I was just like in my head thinking like, because as soon as I saw you left, I was like, no, Chris,
What was the
come
last thing
back,
you
get
heard?
your. I didn't hear shit because afterwards, like I think you were just about to get to the next generation, but I
Oh.
didn't.
Yeah, so next what I was saying is Grimmsnarl, which is a really interesting case because it was the first dark and fairy combo we had.
If I'm being straight up honest here, I would absolutely switch over Crocodile for that because Dark and Fairy, honestly, it's a really interesting combination and makes you neutral to fighting types. But on top of that, you also get a good type combination for several other typings, such as a dragon, fighting, psychic.
Really, the only downsides is from...
You got a lot of good options on there with
from going
Grimmsnarl.
from something that's pure dark, for example, to this, which would be dark. I'm not saying Crocodile's pure dark. I know he's dark and ground. I'm just using a pure dark Pokemon. Zoroark, for example, okay?
I'm just using a pure dark.
So comparing Zoroark to Grimmsnarl, okay? You have all the ups and downsides of just the pure dark, which you add fairy in the mix. You pointed out one of the best points, which takes fighting and turns that into normal damage. Another bright note is the fact that you get complete immunity to both dragon and psychic.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's not too many type combos that can pull off those two together.
Right. Well, unless you count like Hisui and Zoroark, which got basically, I think,
yeah, Hisui and
three
Zoroark,
immunities technically.
Immunity to
three
normal,
immunities.
Dark, and or not dark, normal fighting and ghost. My bad.
Yeah.
But it's like you get the immunities from those two. You turn fighting into just normal damage. And then on top of that, you gain the resistances for both Ghost and Dark.
Yeah, so honestly, Fairy and Dark is actually a really damn good combination. And honestly, I absolutely love Grimmsnarl. Like, it became one of my favorite Gen 8 Pokemon.
Yeah, because Poison and Steel both being the weaknesses of Fairy, and then you throw Fairy on top of Dark being weak to it, and that's really the main things you only got to watch out for.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
well, it's not
when
like
you look at Crocodile, for example, they both have the same thing in common of being weak to Fairy. But instead, on Crocodile's case, you still have to watch out for Bug, you gotta watch out for Fighting, Ice, Grass, and Water.
Yeah.
Weaknesses. But you get the reverse of instead of Psychic and Dragon, you get immunity to Psychic and Electric for him being ground. The Poison, the Poison gets not very effective in his case, and you still have the resistances to Ghost and Dark as well as Rock.
But there is one thing that actually does give Grimmsnarl the edge for me personally. He has an unavoidable attack that never misses, and I believe that's called
Spirit Break.
Yeah, Spirit Break. That is by far one of its strongest moves, and Crocodile doesn't have a signature move that is basically unavoidable, basically.
And that is, I
Whereas
mean,
Spirit Break, you don't have
maybe it's just me personally. I think
to worry about that.
personally, I would still stick with Crocodile, but that's more just preference for me because I do like him a bit more than Grimmsnarl. But I'm not denying the fact that Grimmsnarl is really damn good, though.
And I can respect that. I think about that at that point. I would definitely switch over Crocodile to Grimmsnarl.
Yeah. And then the only other,
I do like Grimmsnarl really
other
fucking
dark
well.
Pokemon to consider after that would be when we get the Galarian forms. We got the Galarian Zigzagoon that can go straight to Obstagoon, which for me, it's not enough that I would be willing to switch. Like, to me, Crocodile is still better.
I mean, it'll at least give you the immunity to Ghost and whatnot, but other than that, that's really, well, like, Ghost and Psychic, really, but other than that, that's about it.
Yeah, and the major problem, though, is when you get, like, yeah, you get the immunities to Ghost and Psychic, but the problem is, with normal and dark, you get that ×4 to fighting, though.
To fighting, yeah. And if you're playing Sword version, good luck against B. I'm saying,
Yeah.
I'm just saying right now, good luck against her because she will absolutely wreck your shit. She's one of the fusion challenges. I won't say she's tough per se to go up against because, well, unless you're a masochist like me.
Right.
But she's one of the few that you can, if you don't have the right Pokemon for the job, she can be quite a handful to deal with.
Oh, definitely. And honestly, when you play Shield, Alistair's the same way.
When you play Shield,
because you gotta remember with Shield, you're going up against Ghost types.
Yeah, I feel like with Obstagoon, you at least have a good chance with him in Shield in that case, because you at least have something going on more for you against Alistair. But if you brought Obstagoon in Sword, for instance, then no, you're going to get your shit wrecked. And that's partially one of the main.
Did that.
Right, I will give you a fucking cookie if you actually do that. I'm just saying, but like that's partially one of the main reason why I'm sticking with Grimmsnarl, because Grimmsnarl, while yes, it's neutral to fighting type moves, that's really just about it. It's neutral to fighting type moves, and plus, it can wreck both B and Alistair. So,
yeah.
Pretty easily.
Yeah.
So I think we've got that settled with Crocodile and Grimmsnarl there.
Mm-hmm.
So next will be the interesting one of Dragon types. Which we start off with the always lovable Dragonite.
And aka the only dragon type in Kanto.
Yep. From Dragonite, we move to Bagite.
And honestly, as much as I like Salamence, I don't like it enough for me to switch over to him from Dragonite on here. I like it, but I don't like it enough.
That's fair.
For me to switch over. Because you also, it does actually, if I remember correctly, doesn't Dragonite know any elemental punches or something? Or
I
no?
can look real quick. I want to say maybe.
It's more of a physical attacker, and it does got a lot lot of physical attacks, and Dragonite's
Dragonite can learn both Fire Punch and Thunder Punch.
definitely got some really.
Damien, chill, buddy. Here.
Maybe not elemental punches, but maybe some. But maybe
Okay,
some
my bad.
fang attacks,
So-
maybe.
Okay, my bad. So,
Yeah, so Dragonite can get Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, but he can also
so
get
Dragonite can
Dynamic
Fire
Punch
Thunder
as well.
Punch, he can also get Dynamic Punch as
And
well.
Power Up Punch.
Okay.
And
All
Power
4 of
Up.
those.
All 4 of those.
Yeah, so it's got something going on for
Okay,
it.
no, never mind. I just saw it. He can get Ice Punch
Okay,
as
no,
well.
never mind, I just saw it. He can get Ice as well.
Yeah, see, that right there is already enough for me to stick with it, and the fact that like all the elemental punches are all physical before the physical
Yeah.
or the physical special split happened, but even then, Dragonite's special attack wasn't too horrible. It wasn't great either, though.
Yeah,
But
and that's fair.
it could definitely do
and that's
enough,
fair.
and it could definitely do enough where you can at least easily use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Salamence, on the other hand, it's definitely got something going on for it too. But I just don't
I
like
think me
better
personally, though, I think I would switch to
Speed, I believe.
Salamence, though.
But I don't know, just design wise, I like it, but I don't like it as much.
Yeah. But no,
That might change in Gen 4 though.
Personally, I do believe, for me
Personally,
at least,
I do
that I
believe
would
for me
be
at
willing to
least that I
change
would willing
Salamence.
to change Salamence.
Yeah, I'm not willing to change to Salamence at all.
Like,
on
yeah,
my
with
end.
Dragonite, you get the elemental punches, plus quite a good move pool to him, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But then on the other hand, with Salamence, he gets the elemental fang moves.
Aren't the elemental fang moves less accurate though, or?
Ah, Christ, child. Yeah.
Or are they about the same accuracy as the elemental punches?
No, it is like a hair less, like 95.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
But for me at least, that's not much of a bother, if at all, even.
It's normally not that big of a bother, but there's always just that slight chance of you missing, and that's super annoying. And for me, I like consistency more than inconsistency.
That's fair. What? Oh, apparently Banjo and Kazooie won this round.
Inconsistency, as TC Nick put it, is the devil itself.
And see, I've never, at least with the Fang moves, I've never had that problem much.
I rarely ever have that problem my own self. It's just one of those cases to where I did try to use one before, and it did actually, by a fucking slither, it missed, and it did kind of annoyed me just a little bit. But it wasn't enough for me to be like, I hate this move. No, it was just one of those slight annoyances.
I will say though, as far as the Fangs versus Punch moves, Salamence gets one up on Dragonite. And that is the fact that Salamence can get Psychic Fangs.
That is absolutely fair.
Which does have the 100 accuracy, but also does have better power than both the Fang and Punch moves.
That is absolutely fair. I will give you that, but I'm still not switching over to Salamence.
Oh, I never said you had to. I'm just saying that's my personal preference, though.
That might change in Gen 4, though.
Oh yeah, because Gen 4, then you get Garchomp.
Yep, and bye-bye Dragonite. I'm sorry. Garchomp is just a beast, man.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, it's not even talking about the abilities as well. Because with Dragonite, you get, or not Dragonite, Salamence on one hand, you get the Intimidate, which will just, depending on the Pokemon, fuck them up in the first place.
Yeah.
But if you're doing more than just a 1v1, personally, you could go for his hidden ability, which is Moxie, in which case he'll attack will rise every single time he knocks out a Pokemon.
I have a feeling that Dragon type's going to be the one I'm going to be seeing off and on the most, because there's a lot of good Dragon types.
Also, if we're including Mega Evolution, his ability changes to Aerialate. So like if he uses Hyper Beam, for example, now Hyper Beam is a flying type move.
That's insane.
Well, your ability to go ghost is now useless.
But yeah, so no. Anyway, next is Garchomp, and Storm's already basically switched.
Yeah.
Personally, I love Garchomp, but I don't know if it's enough for me to switch, you know?
And how so exactly? I'm actually quite curious.
I mean, at least on one note, the one thing that stays consistent is the fact of the ×4 to ice. You know?
He's probably thinking. Say what? I didn't even hear anything what you said. Yeah.
I'm saying the one thing between both of us and whether we switch to Garchomp or not, the one thing that doesn't change is that ×4 to ice.
You have that same problem with both Dragonite and Salamence, so I don't see what the problem is.
No, I said that's the one thing that doesn't change.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing that would change is, the main thing that changes is you get immunity to electric type moves.
Yeah. And plus, it also kind of doesn't really help the fact that, like, Dragon's already kind of resistant to electric type moves and whatnot, but the biggest difference, though, when it comes down with that, like, is that with the flying types slapped onto the both Dragonite and Salamence, it now does make it neutral, so it still could do some big damage to you. Whereas with Garchomp, you do get that benefit of being immune to it, but even then, I don't know if the ground type in itself is absolutely necessary to put on Garchomp, but maybe it's just But then again, ground type has always been more of a offensive sort of type alongside with Dragon. So slapping that onto Garchomp, which is already overpowered enough as it is what makes it such a competitive beast. Yeah, that's literally... So yeah, Garchomp is definitely way more for offensive, whereas where you have to go with Dragonite and Salamence, they have some offensive capabilities, but I always feel like they're more for like...
And yeah, you know, the more I'm thinking about it, I think I will switch to Garchomp. Plus the fact that Gibble's just adorable. How do you say no to Gibble? I'm just saying.
How do you say no to the Gibble?
You really can't. No, you really can't say no to Gibble.
So then after that would be the Haxorus line, which for me is more enough
I
to
hate
switch.
And I hate myself because I just switched to Garchomp too.
The big side to Haxorus is he goes from being ×4 to only ×2 to ice.
Yeah.
So he's more likely to survive it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. As much as I love Garchomp, Haxorus is probably my favorite dragon type ever. It's one of those type of not so pseudo legends that should have been a pseudo legend, and I'm actually okay with it not legitimately being a pseudo legend too. Because Haxorus is also like one of those type of beasts that you would absolutely love to put on your team, but the problem is that because of how Black and White operated back then, where you get the dragon types so damn late into the game, and they fixed that in Black 2 and White 2, but
I mean,
in the first, it really does not help in that sense. So,
I mean, if you want to look at them stat-wise, the only really noticeable changes stat-wise, if you go from Garchomp to Haxorus, the main noticeable one is you'll get a 47-point increase in attack.
yeah,
The
and
problem is the rest of his stats are a bit lower than Garchomp, including HP.
which is to be expected because, like I said before, Haxorus, with him not being a pseudo legend, kind of hurts a little bit because I feel like if it actually were to be a like say for instance, like give it the Gen 3 treatment where we got 2 pseudo legends, only this time in Gen 5 we got 2 dragons as pseudo legends, one not being a dual typing but the other one is. I feel like if Game Freak would have actually have given Haxorus a pseudo legend treatment, it would have definitely be right up there competitively wise with Garchomp.
Oh, it would. I know for a fact it would.
Mm-hmm. Because it does a heavier attack than Garchomp, which is unfucking heard of for a not so pseudo legend to do. But even still, though, like as much as I love Garchomp, I'm actually willing to actually switch over to Haxorus because it does not have the 4 times weakness to Ice, and I'm absolutely okay with that.
And see, I think I'm still willing to take that risk. But for me, it could also be due to part. I just didn't personally use Haxorus a whole lot in my playthroughs.
And I rarely get the chance to do that either because, like I said before, like you get Axew so damn late in the first Black and White game, and with Black and White 2 being a thing, it actually kind of helps it a little bit where you can get it a little earlier, but it'll still take you a long time for you to get Haxorus because it is part of the slow experience group too. So, but Haxorus
you want to talk about late game. Late game is the next option, which is Hydreigon.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt. And as much as I love Hydreigon, I like Haxorus more. If I'm being honest.
Because the problem is once you go to Hydreigon, in a way, you would be gaining that ×4 back, but instead of Ice, it'd be Fairy.
Yeah. But back then in Gen 5, Fairy didn't exist yet, so I feel like with Gen 5, you actually would have been straight up okay of just having a Dino as a starter in Gen 5, because Gen 5, like I said, it didn't have fairies didn't exist back then. So you would have been perfect. You would have been a-okay perfect, and it's the same way with Haxorus it's the same way with both Axew and Dino. So honestly, it's like you'll be fine either way of which one you'd rather choose as your starter. I'm still sticking with Axew in this case, but
and I would because still I like Garchomp personally.
Right.
Now next, honestly, is where that's going to change for me.
Goodra.
And I'm sorry, I'm switching. I will happily take Goodra because I absolutely love it.
Honestly, I like Goodra real well, but I don't like it enough for me to switch over to Haxorus from Haxorus to Goodra. Not the bad mouth Goodra. It's incredibly fucking adorable. Like, I absolutely love Goodra's design.
And for me, it is the personal experience because a lot of my runs in X and Y, I've used Goodra on my team.
Yeah, I just wish I got more time to experience with certain other Pokemon on my team that I would absolutely love to have on there. And I do have personal experience with Goodra. I actually remember having a Goodra actually on my
Yeah.
team in X and Y, and I definitely remember liking it pretty well, basically. But as far as it goes, I'm still sticking with Haxorus on my end.
For now, because next is Komodo.
Yeah. Yeah. I love Haxorus, but yeah, no, Komodo is. It was the typing I was wanting for a while too. Dragon and fighting. That was the typing I was wanting for the longest time.
Don't get me wrong, Komodo I love the typing. And I absolutely love both of it, or not even just both, all of his abilities too. Because Bulletproof is just broken.
It really is, yeah. The problem though is the 4 times weak to fairy, but come on, you know me by now. I like a challenge. And I'm willing to take that fucking challenge.
Stick with Goodra, though.
I will gladly take in Komodo in this case. Plus, it's always fun having a Komodo on your team and just naming him Bruce Lee, because Bruce Lee's nickname is the Dragon. So
yeah, that's fair. And then after Komodo, the next one is... Oh god, that's honestly a hard one for me. Because the next one is Dragapult.
I've actually never at all once used a Dragapult on my team because I was having a hard time trying to find its first stage evolution so much.
Creepy.
To the... Yeah, I had so much Dreeplen to use it on my team, so at that point I was just like, I'll just stick with Komodo.
And for me, that's rather hard because I did use a Dragapult on my team. And on my first playthrough, Dragapult was one of my 6 to make it to the end of the game with, man. So, I'm honestly really torn. But I think at the end of the day, as much as I love Dragapult, I think I still gotta stick with Goodra, though.
Yeah, because the benefit with Goodra is, like, you're only 2 times weak to just about everything else. Like, your own typing, like with Dragon, Fairy, and then Ice, then that's the biggest freaking thing that helps.
Yeah. Hi, buddy. Really? Why is Discord today?
Like, I stopped in mid-sentence when you left, and I was just like, Chris left the Discord chat, and then freaking Sam just goes, Storm, remember that. I was just like, you just see the text just pop up at the top right corner, and like after that, and you just go, Storm, remember that. In a Telltale game.
Yeah.
But no, it's like but whereas with Komodo though, it's like you're 2 times weak to Dragon, you're 4 times weak to Fairy, and if I remember correctly, I think fighting resists Ice, I believe. So it at least makes you neutral to Ice type attacks. So at least by that end, like you're you're only 2 times weak to everything. Whereas I basically got rid of one of those weakness, but in exchange I
Also,
got
that
a
is a
4 times
no-storm.
weakness of something. That's not okay.
It's
Well,
still saying Komodo is still times 2 to ice.
okay. Well, I wasn't 100% sure. I couldn't remember if fighting types does resist it or not.
Nope.
Okay, well that's good to know then. Okay, well, still, it at least gives me something to work with though
Yeah,
against
that's
ice
fair.
types. Because ice types are fucking ruthless when it comes out with offensive power.
I mean,
But
yeah, you get the nice bonuses of being immune to normal and fighting, but you still get the times 2 to ice. You got the times 2 to fairy, but you also have the times and dragon. But you also have the times 2s to ghost and dark as well.
yeah,
But no, I'm still sticking with Gudra though.
I'm still sticking with Kamo.
Which after Dragapult, Baxcalibur,
Dragon and Ice is
aka Godzilla is what I called mine.
God. God bless it. But no, like Dragon and Ice has got to be by far one of the best type combinations that you can ever ask for, because and to the point that it will make Baxcalibur neutral to it. You're also neutral to fire on top of that. The only thing you gotta really worry about mainly are like fairy, dragon, and fighting types, really.
Nope, you
And
still have 2 others.
that's really just You still got 2 others? I'm trying to think of
also
what the
weak
other ones
to
are.
rock and steel.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about it. I thought dragons fucking resist steel. Fuck.
Nope.
Oh, it's the other way around. It's the other way around.
Yep.
Okay. Well, still, it's like it's mostly only 2 times weak to everything else, though. So that's still not bad.
Yeah.
It's a lot of weakness, but it's still not bad. As much as I like Baxcalibur, though, I'm still sticking with Kamao, though, because I'll just probably wreck it.
That's fair.
I'm just so determined to just stick with Kamao in that sense. So, I was gonna say.
Go ahead and finish.
So, I was gonna say, like, so in total of what we all basically stuck with in each of those 3 typings for bug, you basically by the end of it. I think I don't remember who I stuck with. Fuck. I know for a while I was sticking with Butterfree for a while, but now I know I switched over to Vikavolt. Yeah, that's right. I stuck with Vikavolt. I was Vikavolt.
Stuck with
Dark.
Crocodile.
For Dark, I stuck with Grimmsnarl.
And Dragon, we technically didn't finish.
Oh, we didn't finish Dragon yet? Oh, right, there's still more, is there? Fuck.
There's one more. And it's brand new thanks to the DLC for Scarlet and Violet.
I forgot about the DLC, if I'm being honest.
And it's actually going back to a Gen 8 Pokemon. Applin.
That's right, I didn't even think about Applin. That's right, Applin got a new fucking evolution.
2 of them. Because when the Keel Mask released, it gained the evolution of Diplin, which still kept the typing and it keeps all the way through. But then the Indigo Disc releases, and Driplin actually gets an evolution to Hydrapple.
You cut off like so much for me.
Okay, so Diplin, right?
He keeps freaking cutting off for some reason. What were you trying to say?
I could say the same thing to you.
Huh? Oh.
I could say the same thing about you. You keep cutting out a lot.
Well, some bitch. I hate it when it does that.
But no, so you got Diplin, right?
Yeah.
After that, Indigo Disc releases, and it can then evolve into Hydrapple. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still keeping Goodra, though.
I'm still sticking with Kama still.
But I'm actually rather curious to try it out, though.
I am too, actually. What are their version exclusives, for the DLCs?
To my knowledge, no. You just gotta get the,
okay.
You just gotta get the item to evolve into Diplin is all.
Okay. And I believe that's all the dragons do, don't we?
Yep, that's all dragon. Which I also learned that Hydrapple actually comes with a brand new signature move too.
Nice.
Fickle Beam.
I love the name.
Well, and I know why they named it, because when you read the description, it's kind of, it's interesting whether it'll actually use its full power or not.
Does it just stick out of the crotch area and look like a penis, at least?
No. So it's a special dragon type move that's a power of 80, accuracy of 100. But the power point is only 5.
So it's got to be a pretty damn good move, like powerful enough to the point that
you're probably wondering about the effect, because normally moves with less than 100 power aren't only limited to 5 uses.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious about the aftermath, though.
The user shoots a beam of light to inflict damage, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, all of the user's heads will shoot the beams in unison, doubling the move's power.
Shit. That's insane.
But, like it says, though, it's not going to happen every single time, either.
Right, but the fact that it has that 1 in 5 chance for it to happen, though, that's insane.
Yep. But it's the fact it'll double it, so then you're using a dragon-type move with a power of 160, though, on top of the stab.
I can imagine that move will probably be banned in the future because of that.
I think I can actually look at it. Okay, looks like there's a... The effect rate on it looks like it's 30%. So you basically have a 30% chance that it'll double the attack on it.
And with it being like and with it only having like a 5 PP on there, that still gives it like a 1 in 5 chance on it, unless you increase the PP by that point, which it is possible to do.
Yeah.
So,
which you would increase up to 8, I believe.
Yeah, so by that point, you basically increase your odds with a 1 in 8 chance. So, and you're more than likely to get it because of that.
Yeah. Okay, well, need something else to talk about, and I got an idea. Dragon Ball.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were having a discussion, because I started the discussion with you about the Tournament of Power and Majin Buu.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else had another interesting idea. So, how Goku went to Frieza for help, right?
Yeah.
What if instead of Frieza, he went to recruit Cell?
Honestly, I don't know exactly how, because I don't think Cell would be that big of a team player. I mean, you also got to remember, neither was Frieza.
Yeah, but you
But
can
at
really
least on
play into
Frieza's
Cell's ego, though.
Yeah, and that's actually the part where I could probably maybe see how Goku could intrigue Cell. Because honestly, how the way Goku might intrigue Cell would be there's going to be a lot of strong fighters and
Yep.
fighting in this tournament.
And I
And
think
because
that would be a
Cell,
big ticket right there.
yeah, because Cell does have that Saiyan DNA, so it'll intrigue him of wanting to go up against these strong fighters. I think the only biggest turnoff for him would be basically it's the same way how it also be kind of a turnoff for Frieza is they're not allowed to kill their opponents though.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think Cell would actually be more than compliant to work
Here's the
with
thing.
Goku.
Cell would be another power player in another way, though. The fact that he can regenerate himself.
That is true.
Like, yeah, they say no outside items, tools, or whatever, but that's a part of his biology, so they wouldn't be able to say anything against that.
Right. And plus, by that point, Cell is technically a living organism in that sense. So,
Yeah, he's part android, but he's a bio-android, so he does have that, I don't want to say human, but
definitely has more humanity in him.
Yeah.
Because he's part Krillin, part Yamcha, part Tien, and on top of that, also slightly partially a Chaozu, maybe, but you know.
Well, he's also got Frieza and King Cold because he can breathe in space.
Yeah, that definitely helps right there for him.
Yeah, but most of his DNA is from the Saiyans.
Yeah.
I know, Jeff.
So yeah, that's definitely by far one of the only problem is, will Cell actually be strong enough to withstand against the other universes though? Because you have to remember the only reasoning why it worked with Frieza was because he actually put in the effort to train just for the sole purpose to kill Goku, and even then that still failed.
But we don't know what Cell has been up to, so he could have been training up to that point to fight Goku again.
It's a possibility. I mean, I can't say that that's not what he's been doing, but we can't say that's what he's been doing either, though. Because we just don't know what the hell Cell's been up to lately. Because he hasn't been relevant since freaking the Android saga.
And after that, the next time we see him is during Super Dragon Ball Heroes.
Right. I'm kind of hoping that the next time when we get Dragon Ball Super, or at least another Dragon Ball Super movie that we get, is at least bring Cell back, actually, in this case. But my question is, how are they going to bring Cell back? Because by that point, we already kind of have, like, Cell Max, but that's not the same Cell, though, that everybody knows and loves.
Want to bring up is Cell Max. All Cell Max is basically Cell, but going further. You know?
Right. I don't know. It's because Cell Max is like, all he ever really is just a mindless creature, a mindless bio-android. Like, he has a learning capability, but it's not quite up there.
Like, I think he did, but with everything getting interrupted and destroyed, that fucked with it and potentially corrupted things.
Yeah.
If I
But
wanted one villain to be canon, it would be cooler.
I think if that's anything to go on, that Cell could continue training and achieve another form that could be similar to Cell Max.
I'm just saying it'd be kind of cool actually having to see Cell absorb Cell Max actually, and basically gain a new form that way. Well, kind of, and in a sense, it can possibly regenerate his body being reddish, kind of similar to Super Saiyan God.
Yeah.
In a way, but the only problem is he might go berserk every great now and then because of how corrupted Cell Max was DNA wise. But
yeah, but if Cell does the training, I think he could get control of that though.
Yeah,
because it's not too far off from Broly and Kale when with their transformation, them losing control. But
right.
with the proper direction and training, they both got it under control.
Like I think out of all the, I'd definitely say out of all the Dragon Ball Z villains, I do want to see my biggest comeback. It definitely is Cell.
Happens.
Because Cell's definitely always been one of my favorite Dragon Ball Z villains out there.
Oh yeah, no, Cell's definitely a favorite.
It also doesn't help the fact that like Bruce Faulkner literally made one of the best fucking themes for him.
I also want to point out the tourney that's been going on. We are now at the finale, which is 3 Nintendo characters, by the way, all from the same game series. It is Wario, Bowser Jr., Mario, and Terry.
Quite a heck of a setup here.
I want to see more with them do more with bringing Oob into it, though.
Yeah, because ever since Dragon Ball Z ended, where freaking Oob, where freaking Majin Buu got resurrected into a good person, such as Oob, I do want to see more of Oob later.
And it's like, we do know that Oob is now on Goku's radar thanks to Dende.
Yeah.
Because while they were traveling to, what was it? I know it was before Tournament Power. I can't remember. He was having Dende help him find somebody, and I don't remember who it was. Oh, 17, that's who it was. And Dende mentioning that, about a kid that Goku would be interested in being Oob, but he was still very small at the time.
Yeah.
But the way they talked about it, Goku was interested in meeting him, though.
Yeah.
And, I mean, shit, if GT is anything to go on, we could potentially have Majub as well.
Yeah. I think that was probably by far one of the coolest things that GT actually did do was making Majub like a thing happen and whatnot.
Oh, definitely. Nice. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else I want to see come back. Oh yeah, I want Cooler to be fucking relevant.
Yeah, I remember. I just heard Sam earlier mention about that. Like I want Cooler to be canon. That's it.
That would be great.
Yep.
Because Cooler's by far one of the, pun intended, coolest fucking villain that we actually see in one of the movies. mean,
Oh,
shit, we got
definitely.
I mean, shit, Broly became canon, just not the Z version, but
Yeah.
definitely canon still.
Oh.
And me personally, I would actually like to see the roles reversed actually, instead on Cooler's end, where instead of being a villain and whatnot, like how he was in the movie, make him like somewhat more of an anti-hero, like basically like he'll do good, but he's not necessarily evil either. But basically just one of those type of like anti-hero in a sense. Like he'll help out Goku Evergreat now and then, but only if he promises. But only if he like promise him to fight him Evergreat now and then, or after their squabble.
Oh yeah, I still want Super Saiyan 4 to become a thing.
Yeah.
Just so we can have canon of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta specifically. Like, I know it won't be nearly as strong as Super Saiyan Blue. But the fact that Super Saiyan 4 could basically be on par with Super Saiyan God, though.
That is a scary thought.
Oh, hey, Rathalos. Yay, we get the fat garlic-eating bastard as a winner.
Okay, so hear me out on this one.
Okay.
I kind of want Radix to come back.
Oh no, I'm 100% on that. I would love to see Raditz make a comeback. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get this off the screen.
Well, here's what we could do though, Sam, because Radix will be so freaking far behind both his little brother by this point and Vegeta.
Just as a complete side note, I can't let that sit. I have to fucking just demolish Wario's ass a minute.
Fair enough. Oh, Wario won.
Yep. I'm sorry, I have to go personally just demolish his ass real quick.
Okay.
Do I have one that is... Nope, but I'm gonna go make one.
But if I'm being straight up honest, though, it's like, well, like I want Radix to come back, but I want him to see just how outclassed he is, not only by Vegeta, but by his own little brother on top of that. And he'll probably feel a lot more... He'll probably feel like he's so outclassed in so many ways. But I feel like this could actually be a perfectly good opportunity for Goku to actually try to reconnect with his brother in that sense after so long, you know?
Oh, that's fair.
And plus, if Radix does try to do something, Goku can easily stop him without having to resort to killing him. Vegeta might say otherwise, but it's also Vegeta, so...
Yeah. Okay, I need to think about this for a moment. No, it's me. Okay. So, anyway, where were we? Well, I absolutely demolished this fat fuck. I'm gonna... I'm just saying that start wrapping things up because I do want to end it after this.
Well, what I was just gonna basically just say was, like, I would actually like to see Goku try to reconnect with his brother after so long in that sense, and even if Radix does try to do something and whatnot, Goku can easily stop him and maybe try and see if he can at least get his brother to basically change his ways. And
it will take a while.
It will definitely take a while, because after all, it has been like 50s, 40s.
Like you see how how long it took Vegeta to become a good guy.
Actually, I think it's been like somewhat 20 years since Goku has seen his brother by this point.
Pretty much.
So, but it'll definitely take a while for it to happen. But I also like to point out that I think Radix was only the way how he is because he hung around with Vegeta for too long during their mission and ever since their home planet got destroyed, and he doesn't basically have anybody else to hang out with other than Vegeta.
Yeah.
And I feel like if he actually, yeah, and I was just also going to just straight up just say real quick that and I feel like if he actually were to hang out with Goku a bit more with his little brother, he might actually soften up quite a bit later on.
I feel like in order to get Super Saiyan.
No,
That's more of a liability.
I don't think so. I really don't think he needs a haircut.
I'm sorry for what I'm doing to this fat fuck. Oh wait, no, I'm not.
You're not. I was about to say no, you're not.
Finally got Metroid Prime. We have footage.
Yes, Metroid Prime 4.
Fucking
I know.
Finally on that.
Yeah,
I know it's only a matter of time before 2 and 3 get released. Or whatever comes up.
But I bet you weren't fucking expecting Metroid Prime 4, though.
No.
Oh, hell no.
Hell no.
I feel like this is becoming a new era where Nintendo's gonna start giving some of their old games another shot, and who knows we might actually get another Earthbound game in the future. It's doubtful, but you never know. It could happen.
Even a remake of the original.
Yeah, get it. At least get the original. Yeah, at least get a remake of those two at least.
The part about Mother 3 got a lot more sense.
Yeah, it does, but at the same time, I feel like they could make it work. It's gonna take some time, but I feel like it could work, though.
Maybe.
I mean, think about how popular think about how very popular Undertale got. Its mechanics is very similar to Earthbound in a sense already. Not exactly the same, but it works similarly enough. I feel like people can actually at least give the game a shot. Because that is where Earthbound got its, that is where Undertale got its inspiration from Earthbound, so.
And we got a Zelda game where you actually play
One of those two was gonna do it for me, so.
That's the main character.
And that's where I'm gonna leave this screen, so. Alrighty. Well, slowly getting back into the swing of things, and I absolutely demolished a garlic-eating asshole. You think this is productive?
Good thing Wario doesn't have a spike.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't know if you were seeing that last bit or not, Storm.
I'm watching it right now. You just have to finish him off with the down throw, huh?
Oh no, that's the up. That's the up throw.
Oh, that's the up throw? Okay.
Yeah, it was either his seismic toss or flare blitz. One of those two was gonna finish off Wario. I just wasn't sure which one it was gonna be.
What else was up?
But no, I think that's a good place to end this for now.
Yeah.
Gonna try and start getting back into the swing of things again. And hopefully not have a long ass break again.
Oh, and I do want to say this really quick before you end this, though. So Dragon Ball, Sparking Zero did just got another new gameplay demo reveal.
Nice.
Not too long ago, and right now, and from what it's looking like, it is really looking interesting in terms of how the way the gameplay is looking, because we're seeing how the transformations are kind of working in that sense.
Yeah.
On how
I saw something about the scenario mode that seems really interesting.
Oh yeah, the what if scenarios coming back and stuff like that.
Well,
but that was
there's one with doing it against Beerus, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to fight. Basically, you have to prevent Beerus from getting bored.
Mm-hmm.
And was it you have to deal 30% like every such amount of time? I can't remember how long it is.
All right.
I think it's like every 10 to 20 seconds you have to deal at least 30% damage to him.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, he'll say he's getting bored. 10 seconds after that, if you still haven't dealt any damage, apparently he says he's just done with the fight, and he'll use an ultimate attack and just finish you.
Damn.
I'm like, okay, so basically see how, I wonder if it's like a thing of how long can you keep it up?
That'll be interesting to do. I feel like that's gonna be pretty hard though.
Yeah,
but
I'm curious though.
Well, I mean, the game will come out in October 11th, and we got plenty of time before that does happen. Well, at least I got plenty of more.
Who else is gonna be in the game? Because there's still plenty of slots to fill.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I do have a PS5, so I'm planning on pre-ordering it at some point, so that way I'll at least do a gameplay or at least live stream it and whatnot. So.
Oh yeah, and I personally can't wait to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has to be
looking
forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
Need to see something real quick.
But I will say though, how the way they're charging up, even with the God Key, it looks so damn gorgeous looking. Oh my god.
So yeah, I'll probably end up just watching you play it the whole time, or a couple of the YouTubers that I like watching, I'll probably be watching them do it as well.
Probably so.
Because I mean, one of the ones I know you watch as well, Burkle. In his newest video, he's already said that when Sparking Zero releases, he's going to be taking a small break from Xenoverse to do Sparking Zero videos.
Which I'd be okay watching that one too, actually, if I didn't get it yet.
I'm sure Slow will do them as well.
Oh yeah. Because the thing is, I kind of want to try and save up my money just a bit, so that way I can at least be able to get the Ultimate Edition, because
that's it just means I basically have till fucking October to get a PS5, so...
Right.
Who knows, maybe I'll be able to get one day.
We'll see.
I hope.
Mm-hmm. But this seems like a good time to end it now.
Alright, so hopefully we'll be able to be back on regularly doing this. I know on my channel I'm gonna try and, provided Cujo's still up for it, gonna have some shit to stream tomorrow.
Destiny 1 or 2?
Hell no, I ain't
Probably
touching 2 yet.
Okay.
And if Cujo's not able to do it, then I got some alternatives in mind. So, I'll get it figured out one way or another. So then go check out everyone's channels. You got my main one, you got Storm's channel, who's done like a variety of shit just as much as I have. Even though his is geared a bit more towards fighting.
Yeah.
Sam's not cool enough to
Sam's
get
not
a
cool enough to get a-
have a channel yet, so he's not deserving enough to get a shout out yet.
Ouch.
Um,
Just gonna let him talk to you like that, Sam? He's just like, I'm okay.
Sam's just like, hello, darkness, my old friend.
My old friend.
Then you have the ever good-looking wife over there in her channel, and she's not paying attention because she would have said something by now. Telling people
Either
about
that,
your
she
channel. I told them that they should all go check out the ever good-looking wife channel. You hear that, people? She's delusional. We need. That means you need to go follow her more so it helps with her delusion. And apparently, according to Jess, she's halfway to getting affiliate on Twitch, so we definitely need to go help. We definitely need to go help her out with that.
Feel bad not going to her channel enough because I've just been so busy with everything else.
You can find Cujo on Twitch as well. Yeah, I think that's about it.
I gotta go poop.
I didn't really need to know that, but okay.
Now the whole world knows.
Yep, go poop, Storm.
Mm-hmm.
And we shall see you all later.
See you all later.
Jess says bye-bye, peoples.